So one of the questions I had, Tom, was regarding misinformation. I think at the moment there seems to be a group of individuals still denying the effects of climate change. And one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, what's the best way for the general population to assess the information that's been given by whether it be multinational organizations and their national governments as well when it comes to the information surrounding climate change?
Yeah, it's a great question, and you know the prize for sorting this out is bigger than climate change, big as climate change is, right? It's the future of democracy. It's the future of our ability to have a shared basis upon which we can agree what a fact is, which, if you think about it, is actually the basis upon which we can agree to do anything. I mean, if we can't agree how you determine objective truth in anything, then that's how you undermine the ability of a society to function on any feasible level, right? So this is the critical issue of our time, or it is the means by which we either do or don't facilitate the function in which we can deal with the critical issues of our time. And in many ways, it's the responsibility of all of us, right? I mean, the explosion of data, the explosion of information plays so well into our instincts or our tendencies to look around the world and try and find information that already agrees with our previously held beliefs. And at best, at my most optimistic moments, what I can sort of see is that in order to move through this, we actually need to become more self-reflective, right? And we need to challenge some of those assumptions that we go into things with. The concept of confirmation bias is well established, right? That's the idea that you look around the world for information that confirms your previously held beliefs. And of course, we now have these incredible tools that are basically tools for confirmation bias in the form of social media systems and the internet itself. So I think there's two things. One is we need to be aware of that tendency in ourselves and actually challenge ourselves not to only look out for confirmation bias, but to look for alternative perspectives and to try and keep our minds open, listen to people we're not used to listening to, go to places to get information we're not that used to, try and find that kind of thoughtful polemic and debate that is so missing in society. There's no point in like dwelling around sort of shouty arguments, but actually there is still thoughtful polemic and debate out there if we look for it. And the second thing is, you know, the world is as it's always been in the sense that there are charlatans and there are real thinkers and there is real analysis. And our ability to discern the difference between the two, if we can get past our own confirmation bias, that's not beyond the ability of intelligent human beings, right? There are organizations and individuals set up to profit from misinformation, and there are Royal Academies of Science, and there are, you know, American Academies of Science, and there are institutions that protect process and protect truth. And actually discerning the difference between them, if you spend a few minutes really thinking about it, is not that difficult. Now, it gets more complicated. I'm not diminishing it because, of course, then you get conspiracy theories that propose that certain fundamental institutions are actually in on some kind of secret, whether it's anti-vax or whatever it may be. Again, this isn't new. The idea of covering up UFOs is sort of, you know, I remember that from when I was a kid. But I think we need to kind of get over that slight adolescent desire to look for sort of an easy fix in the world. I think part of that is also about nostalgia. It's kind of about, we've got a lot of complicated problems and we sort of hope that there's a simple solution. There's a conspiracy theory. There's this problem. There's that problem. Oh, there's this little switch down here. And if we just switch it, it will solve all of our problems. Sadly, it's not like that, right? That is an immature response to it. We need to be grown-ups. We need to face the challenging but potentially transformative moment we're in. We need to discern between truth and fiction. And we need to face the truth like the adults that we are at this critical moment. No one else is coming along to do that for us. If we do that, then our challenges are still not beyond our ability to solve.
Thank you for watching this video. To listen to the full podcast, click the link in the description below.